Hey guys, long time no see. Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Oh my goodness. So this sim brought me back out of hiatus, I believe. Well, semi. Lots of things have changed, but I could not pass this by. We have a couple of new features. It's still a bit buggy in general, but I couldn't resist. I wanted to try it. And one of the new features that we have is this walkaround that we've been doing. This is me-ish. I don't think I look like this, but it's the closest I can get to an Asian guy. So I guess it works, huh? Anyway, alright. So, we'll be flying today here. We are in the Philippines, my home country. And we have a couple of different add-ons in the sim. We have the Just Flight Warrior, which is unofficially in the sim. It's not yet officially supported, so unfortunately we cannot I'm not even sure if I can share how I did it. I just tweaked some files, and this is all unofficial, so I think maybe I can't share it. But anyway, so we have the Just Flight Warrior. We have SayIntentions for the ATC, so we get some nice conversations with air traffic control. And we have a couple of different add-ons to help with the flight. Anyway, it's going to be a long one because I am pretty rusty, but let's just enjoy our time together and for old time's sake, right? Anyway, I have a lot of stories to tell, so might as well get started. I'm just doing a quick walk around here, just making sure that the wings are still in place, nothing has fallen off. But let's get inside the plane. Good. Alright. Let's see if even track IR is working. Yes, it is. Good. Let's go ahead and remove the chocks and tie downs. But let's make sure we have our parking brakes set.
Welcome back, Captain. It looks like the weather is perfect for flying.
Oh, yes, and I forgot. One of the add-ons that we'll be using is actually
Start your engine.
Neofly. Because I tried career mode here in the new sim. It was interesting for the first couple of hours, but after some time the bugs started appearing or started becoming more obvious, and at this point the immersion is just not there. So I think we'll need a couple of weeks, couple of months for it to mature. And in the meantime, I started exploring Neofly and have been very pleased with it. The lady you just heard is actually the dispatcher here. So we are in Baguio here in the Philippines. We'll be flying to the northwest towards San Fernando. It's going to be 22 miles only, so a quick flight. But with all the fiddling around, I think it will take some time. Anyway, if you've been a viewer in the channel before, years back when I was still constantly putting out content, then you might be familiar that this is no short form. So I tend to ramble. So hopefully you're in the mood for some rambling. Okay. Anyway, so we have the option of taking either passengers or cargo. I do want just cargo because they're you don't have to do small talk with them, so it fits with my introvert self, I think. So let's roleplay that a bit. And this is computers, 540 pounds of computers. My goodness. How many 9800 X3Ds will this have inside? Maybe I can take one with me. Anyway, let's go and add that as a job.
Transporter from dispatch. I see you asked for a cargo mission. The ground crew is waiting for you in the parking to load the crates.
Yep, I'm here.
Transporter from dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
Okay, good. So you can see here, it detected we're in the right airport, we're in the right plane, and We are missing 340 pounds of cargo though, so let's do that. And this one I'm not quite familiar yet with the 2024, but we do have this new EFB where we can do the weight and balance thing, so I think I can add that here. The fuel is synced with Neofly, so that's fine. But the cargo...
Transporter, loading is complete. Let's go.
Okay, thank you. So that's us, and then we have 170 here. Maybe we can add just like 170 on each side, maybe. Does that work? Yeah. So 170 on all seats. Put the 9800 X3Ds on the seat. Load it in. Okay, it says successful, and if we go back, missing 30 pounds. Okay, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then here, so that's 180 on each side that I in. Missing 1 pound. Okay. Wow. Let's say I had a heavy lunch. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. All 3 greens, just like the landing gear. Okay, so all 3 greens were good. Payload matching, payload realism, XP granted at the end of the flight. Good, okay. So how do we do this? Well, let's go through the checklist because I am rusty, as I mentioned. I just got back into flight simming maybe a week ago or so. So plenty of things to catch up on. The checklist in the sim is now looking like this, very professional looking, just like what you would have in an iPad, like ForFlight or something similar. So that's pretty cool. Close that up, and since we've loaded up, let's go ahead and close the doors here, latch them up. Actually, you know, no, we did our walk around already. I won't go out again. I think we're good. All right, let's open the window though. It is actually pretty cool here. Baguio is a pretty high elevation, so it's like 4,000 feet up. You can see our altimeter. So this is the summer capital of the Philippines, they call it, because it's colder than usual. 20 degrees is actually pretty cold in Philippine standards, like winter. Tropical winter. You know what? We have SayIntentions. We have our tour guide with us, so we can ask her some stuff. Let's go and ask her something about Baguio. Okay, I forgot her name though. So, Miss, can you tell us your name and tell us something about Baguio? This is pretty cool. This is game changing.
My name is Sarah, and while I can't provide information about Pasio, I can share that the nearby Heritage Hill and Nature Park is a beautiful spot for nature lovers, featuring lush gardens and scenic views perfect for a peaceful retreat.
Okay, she heard me wrong, but she's Sarah. Thanks, Sarah. I meant Baguio, this place we're at.
We're currently near Quantum Funland, an amusement park known for its karaoke and arcade games. It's a popular spot for families and thrill seekers alike, offering a variety of entertainment options. The park is designed to provide fun for all ages, making it a great place to unwind after a long flight.
Okay, good. So we'll have more of that later. That's just a teaser, but just so you know who we are with, okay? So we'll make the most of that in a bit. Just looking at my fuel here, I think they're more or less even Steven, so let's go and just put it on the left tank. Annunciator panel, everything is lit up. Batteries can go off again. Flight controls. Okay, left, right, right, left. Good. Let's go ahead and check the flaps. 1 notch. Next, full flaps. On the other side, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Elevator trim. Let's put that on neutral. It is neutral. Baggage door. Can't quite see. I think I closed it. I hope so. Good. Exterior we did already a while ago, right? Okay. And that's pretty cool having an actual walk around. Circuit breakers are all in because if it's out then it would look like this. Everything is good. Carb heat is off. Fuel selector, we did that. Fullest tank. Engine start, okay. Half an inch. Let's go with cold engine. Open half an inch. Battery and alternator on. Now I can't remember. I think nav lights are... Okay, nav lights are here. But I can't remember where the strobes are. This one? No, this is panel lights. Anyway, okay. Now, one thing that this checklist doesn't have is turning on the beacons. The anti-collision lights, I believe. So let's turn that on. And then fuel pump goes on. You can hear it rumbling. But we still have to push in the mixture so that the fuel pressure rises here. So as I push in the mixture, fuel pressure rises. Sound of the fuel pump changes. It's good, okay. Alright. And then we yell, clear prop. Here we go.
Everything is good for where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
It's a good start. Let's go and check it. We have oil pressure in the green. That's important. 1200 RPM. Oil temperature still a bit cold, but we'll give it some time. Okay, looks good. Let's continue with the checklist. Air prop, ignition, everything is okay. Okay, good. Landing light, yeah, let's turn it on. Avionics can go on. I wish we could have the GTN XI Pro, but it's not yet compatible with 2024. Not even unofficially, at least I haven't figured out how. So like what I mentioned earlier, this Just Flight Warrior, it's not officially supported yet in 2024. I just literally copy-pasted the community folder in 2024 and did some tweaks in the app data to make it work, but I'm not sure if it's fully working, so please fasten seatbelts. Okay, let's let the avionics boot up. Radios will set that up. And we should have, let's see, we should have tower here, tower frequency in Baguio. It's unfortunate that we don't have charts here in this airport. Okay, let's let that tune in. But in the meantime, let's check little nav map here. So this is our route, Baguio to San Fernando. And Baguio, if you look at comms 123.5 is the tower. Okay, and then we can probably get some, yeah, we probably can request for a flight following. We'll test out the ATC, how that works. Okay, let's get some bit of noise cancelling maybe, just so you can hear me better. And so let's see, transponder, okay, we'll do that in a bit. Altimeter, actually, I will have to check that. 123.5, right? Let's do a radio check as we tune this in. So if you're not familiar with SayIntentions, it's an ATC, air traffic control software that utilizes AI. So it's very smart. You can speak to it like a normal human and it will react to whatever you say. It's pretty cool, pretty revolutionary. It's a bit expensive, so it's subscription based, so I'm not yet sure if I want to bite the bullet fully, but at the very least I bought 1 month and I'm testing it out. Anyway, let's do a test. Baguio Tower, RPC 1434, radio check. Also, don't mind the tail number, one of the bugs in MS 2024.
RPC 1434, Baguio Tower, read you loud and clear.
Awesome, good. Right. Tower, do you have the altimeter setting? RPC 1434. Basically asking for QNH. There is no ETIS.
1434 QNH 1011.
1011. Thank you, RPC 1434. Good, okay. Also, you might find it a bit weird that I call myself RPC. Or actually, let's say intentions. RPC 1434. Normally, you would say Romeo Papa Charlie, right? In official ICAO terms. But when I've listened to ATC comms in the Philippines, they basically say it as RPC because everyone has this tail number RPC. So I guess it's just a more practical, faster way of saying things. So RPC is also how I set it up in sayIntentions. Pretty cool. You can do that. Okay, let's go ahead and plug in the flight plan. Romeo Papa uniform. Bravo to Romeo Papa uniform Sierra San Fernando. Perfect. Looks good. And it's good that both are synced. Didn't think that would work. Good. Okay, so our desired track would be 309. Plug that in here. 309 should be somewhere like that's 300. 309 would be here. Cool. And then the runway, probably departing from runway 09, so that's 91 degrees magnetic. Okay, so let's put in the heading bug there. Good. All right, so let's see radios. I've tuned that in. Transponder, oh yeah, transponder, because we want to request flight following. I want to showcase what this sim can do. Okay, so I'll prepare my trusty notepad here just so I can take some notes. And let's see, what would we want as our cruising altitude? Maybe let's start at 6,500. And then we can descend later as we get beyond the mountains, because this area is mountainous, but eventually we'll get onto the plains, I believe. So we should be able to descend there, but let's start at 6,500 maybe. Okay. So let's see. Okay, let's do this. Baguio Tower, Romeo Papa Charlie 1434. Requesting flight following to San Fernando, Romeo Papa Uniform Sierra at 6,500 feet. I think I missed some details, but let's see how well they accommodate or if they ask us some more things.
Maintain VFR at or below 6500 feet. Departure on 119.3, squawk 4655.
VFR at or below 6,500 feet, departure at 119.3 and squawk 4655, RPC 1434.
Readback correct.
Nice. Okay, so we have 119.3. We'd want to tune that in here already. They'll hand us off after we take off. And then he basically mentioned that we can climb up to 6,500, so we can go below that, I believe, based on what he gave us. Good, okay. Looks good. Let's continue with the checklist. Transponder, yeah, that's working now. Altimeter, heading. Taxi area, let's go ahead and check the brakes. Yeah, looking good. Alright, and we'll check this later, the flight instrumentation. Now, we do want to do a run-up. There's a good place. I think I'll just face there, face into the wind. So let's go ahead and just turn 90 degrees here because we can see the windsock is right there. So we want to be facing the wind so the engine gets cooled properly as we heat it up. Okay, let's go. Parking brake is set, mixture is rich, throttle set to 2000 RPM. Oh, this is also where I want to. Not familiar with high altitude operations. I think the mixture has to be pulled back a little, but I'm not quite sure. Okay. Alright, 2000 RPM, magnetos. Let's check the drop. Left. Go back to both. Right. Around 100 RPM drop, which is within the acceptable range. Go back to both. Left. Right. Both. Looks good. Okay. Vacuum gauge should be okay over here. Oil pressure and temperature. Oil pressure is green, and oil temperature I can see it's heating up already. It's very good. Ammeter, we have the load on the alternator. If we turn it off, then it disappears. So that looks good. Annunciators, we want to test it. Yeah, they're all lighting up. Carb heat should be off. Fuel pump, we turn fuel pump off and we check that the fuel pressure doesn't drop. Yeah, so the engine driven fuel pump is working. Nice. And then we check for idle. Actually, before that, I would want to know what is the best power. How do we do that? So if I pull back on the mixture bit by bit, the RPM isn't changing, I think. It is, okay. So I think I want the peak RPM. Okay, it peaked. I push it back in. Okay, so basically I think this is the peak RPM. I'm not sure if it's peak RPM or peak EGT that I should be setting up. So if you guys have tips for me, let me know in the comments, right? For high altitudes, I typically just take off from like sea level airports. So I'm not familiar with it. Engine idle. Okay, let's check out the engine idle now. Sounds very good. Typically want to make sure that the engine doesn't die on us. 750, and we should get a light up here if we're not getting enough voltage, I believe. Doesn't. Okay, maybe later. Good. Right. Okay, I think we're good. Everything else should be okay. Yeah, and then we'll do our gumps check. Okay. So since there's no taxiway, I guess we just line up there. Or we can request it just to be on the safe side. Baguio Tower, RPC 1434, request taxi.
Taxi to runway 9er at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 9er at my discretion, RPC 1434. Don't want to do any runway incursion, so maybe let's loop around here to be on the safe side, away from the runway. Okay. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and taxi here to the beginning of the runway. Get as much space as possible. Okay. Before we say that we are ready, let's hold short here. Parking brake. Let's do our gumps check. Gas. Fuel pump is on. Using the fullest tank undercarriage. We don't need flaps here. Mixture is best power, prop not applicable, and switches are all okay. Okay, comms check complete. Right. Tower RPC 1434 ready for departure, holding short runway 09. Clouds look beautiful.
1434, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 09er, PC 1434. Okay, final is clear. Runway is clear. Guys ready? It's been a while. Let's do this. Oh, I missed this. Here we go. Takeoff power is set. Oh my goodness, that's a slow acceleration. Okay, airspeed's alive. Oh my goodness, that's super slow. Okay. Slight pull on the yoke. Very gentle. Take
Have a
off.
safe journey, pilot. That's some load you have there.
Thank you. Yeah, we are pretty heavy. My goodness, that looks beautiful. Yeah, the graphics in the new sim is no pushover. Let's maintain runway heading. Oh, look at those mountains in front. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's pitch down a bit, accelerate to 90 knots. That's going to be our best rate of climb, I believe, maybe for cruise climb. And let's start turning to the left here. I hope the volume isn't too loud, guys.
1434, contact departure.
Oh, nice, okay. Going to departure, RPC 1434. Have a good day. Very nice. Okay, switch to departure frequency. It's a very tall mountain. I don't think I want to go there. Okay. Maybe let's stay here on the right side. These are some tall mountains. Let's get some altitude first. Departure RPC 1434. 4,700, climbing 6,500. Okay, turn off the fuel pump.
RPC 1434, Manila Center, radar contact.
Oh, this is Manila Center, not departure. Okay. What I found that's buggy. And as I keep mentioning, this is not officially supported yet, so bugs are expected. This plane has not been officially updated for 2024. Maybe we make that. How about that? Is that a bit more... Is that better or is it too soft? You guys let me know in the comments, okay? I think this kind of noise cancellation might be better. But yeah, the one bug I found, at least in my previous flight, is in the autopilot. The heading mode doesn't seem to work. So let's see. And I'm not going to pull back on the throttle just yet because we are lacking power. Goodness, it's that beautiful. Okay, let's test the autopilot once we're a bit stable here. 5,500, we're still 1,000 feet to go, but the winds from the mountains are really pushing me everywhere. Okay, let's see. Cannot get over how beautiful it is. I remember flying over here in MSFS 2020 when it first released. I remember we have a video of that, but I'm sure the graphics are not like this. I didn't think it was possible, but yeah, graphics are even better looking now. And I'm using practically the same rig. All good, all good. Yeah, the release, the launch of the sim was not the best. I guess that's the understatement of the year. But it's starting to get stable. The planes are still very buggy and everything, so it might take weeks or even months to stabilize it and clean it out, but so far we'll make do as always, right? We work with the bugs we have and we make the most out of it. Okay, let's see. So we have heading mode here. Now I expect when I turn on the autopilot heading mode, it should maintain that, but look at this one. I turn on autopilot. Oh, wait, it's working. Okay, that's good, it's working. Let's try to do a 90-degree turn, okay, for autopilot purposes. Let's see if that follows. So far, so good. Trim up, trim up. So we are not climbing, we're accelerating. Oh, okay. Yeah, autopilot is working. Good, alright. Maybe that was just a fluke then. So let's go ahead and intercept our path here. And we should eventually be okay. Maybe we can take some photos later on before we clear the mountains. 6,500, please. Would not climb, my goodness. Maybe I should pull back on the mixture. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're climbing. Some intense winds. Okay, let's go out the external view. And one new thing that's pretty cool is there is now photo mode, guys. And yeah, that really helps a lot. Helps with the screenshots, helps with the wallpaper, right? Take that photo. What else do you want? This side looks better. That is so cool. Oh, there's even depth of field. I can see the background blurring. I want everything to be clear. Good. I think that's our thumbnail. Okay. But yes, beware if you're planning to try out the sim. It's filled with bugs. Setting up your controls will take half a day probably. Trying out the different planes, it's just very buggy. But once you get used to it, then you can find the gaps. You can find the places where the bugs aren't too bad. And yeah, from there you can start having fun. Took me quite some time to get there, but I think I'm almost there now. Yeah. Looking good. So let's ask our tour guide some stuff. Sarah, tell us something about this place. And they should know where we are and our orientation, like where we're facing.
At our 12 o'clock, about 3 miles out, you can see the majestic Mount Youngview. This mountain stands at 1,800 meters and is known for its stunning views and hiking trails. It was named after the local legend of a giant who once roamed the area, and it's a favorite spot for both locals and tourists looking to enjoy nature. The mountain is also significant for its rich biodiversity, home to various flora and fauna, so if you're into hiking or just love a good view, this is definitely a spot to remember.
How do you spell that mountain?
The mountain is spelled Y-A-N-G-B-E-W.
Yangbeo? First time I heard of it. Might have to Google that later. Okay? I'll believe her. Okay, let's start descending. RPC 1434 starting VFR descent to around 3,000 feet. so they know. Now we can pull back.
1434, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Good. Descending 3,000 feet. RPC 1434. Okay, so now let's test nav mode if that works. Nav mode should ideally follow this magenta line. Okay. Turned a bit, but it should capture that here now. It's turning, that's looking good.
1434, contact San Fernando Tower on 122.1.
122.1. RPC 1434, thanks. 22.1. How far are we from the... Oh, we are actually near. Okay, 11 miles, okay? 11 miles to the southeast, okay? San Fernando Tower, RPC 1434, 10 miles to the southeast, inbound, full stop. Did I say it right? I don't know, I hope he gets me though. Go back. We're descending.
RPC 1434, San Fernando Tower. Enter left downwind for runway 1. Wind 070 at 15.
Enter left downwind for runway 01, RPC 1434. Okay, good to know. So let's see. 01 is this one. That's actually 8 degrees. Left downwind is, so we're crossing midfield probably, and then joining left downwind. Ooh, there's clouds here. I hope I don't get dinged. So if we do something like, just do this. What was it again? 8 degrees magnetic. So I have a visual aid. So this is 10, 9, 8. Okay. Continue descending. Thank you. Does this still classify as VFR? If you go lower, it should. And I do still see some stuff, so I guess it's arguable. No one tell anyone anything. Anyway, let me address the elephant in the room. It's been a while since I last streamed, last made content, guys. I was on hiatus, and technically I still am, but I decided to make videos every now and then whenever I get excited for stuff, and this definitely qualifies. So yeah, I miss making videos, I miss interacting with you guys, I miss hanging out. So even though I don't think it's going to be the same regular schedule because my new work has a more action-packed schedule, I think I can still create videos from time to time, and maybe I can stream again soon, hopefully. We'll see. But one step at a time, right? One step at a time. Okay, I see the airport, and what I can do, we can probably speed this up. Yeah, 2100, and then I can actually just pitch down. With autopilot though, it seems to be trying to hold altitude, so turned off. So I have complete control of the plane. There we go, speed it up. Tower RPC 1434, permission to cross midfield towards left downwind for runway 01. If they heard us. Try again. Tower RPC 1434, request to cross midfield to join downwind for runway 01. Am I phrasing it right? I'm not so sure. Maybe he didn't get me.
1434, cross midfield to join left downwind for runway 1. Winds calm.
Ah, perfect. Crossing midfield to join downwind for runway 01, RPC 1434. Okay, so I guess we should be crossing at 1,500 feet above ground. And if we look here, elevation is, I think that's basically sea level. So we could descend up to 1,500 feet. And this is the airport for sure. Could actually have done like a right base, but they told us left downwind, so fine. But yes, happy to be making these videos again, and I'm not sure when the next one is. Like I mentioned, it's not going to be a regular thing, but I sure hope I can make more. And I sure hope I can stream soon so we can hang out again. But yeah, for now, it's most likely going to be flight sim. Unfortunately, I tried truck sim like a few weeks ago. I was not so excited about it. Maybe in a few more updates, I'll give it a go again. But for now, definitely the flight simming updates, this new sim altogether, and all the fantastic add-ons. They're just they're the ones that really made me decide and excited to make videos again. That is beautiful. And I've been reading up on the forums. One thing they said that's pretty cool is when you actually get to the airport, you can what do you call this? Wait 1 sec, sorry, let's go with OBS. Okay, there you go. You can actually go down your plane and walk around and explore the area a bit. That's pretty cool. Okay. Get some noise in here. There's the runway. We start trimming up, shallowing out that descent bit by bit, slowing down in the process. Guys, let me just preface, okay? Let me just reiterate, because you might have forgotten. I'm rusty. Aside from being clumsy by nature, I am super rusty, so please don't expect much, right? Right. Looks good. Let's get 1 notch of flaps in. Start left base. He hasn't given us clearance yet, so let's maybe report in. Let's see. I think I'm too low. RPC 1434, turning left base, runway 01. Full stop. Okay, let's do gas, undercarriage, mixture, go to full mixture, top switches. Okay, flaps are left. Tower, am I cleared to land? RPC 1434.
Wind 310 at 5, runway 1, clear to land.
Ah, okay. Clear to land, runway 01, RPC 1434.
1434, wind 360 at 5, runway 1, clear to land.
Hi. I'm fast. Might have to go around, guys. Or not. I think we'll make it. Why is there a tree on the runway? Okay, no, it's good. I think we're good. We're aligned. Yeah, wind's coming from the left, it looks like. We're weather vaning just a tad. Let's pull back a bit on the throttle, lead off some speed. Looking good. Winds are basically calm. Pull back on the throttle fully and just let the speed and altitude bleed off.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the
Nice.
parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in
Thank
touch.
you. Now where is the...
Transporter from dispatch.
There,
Clear
okay,
the
yeah.
runway and taxi to parking.
Where? Here on the right.
1434, welcome to San Fernando. Taxi to parking at your discretion and stay with me.
Thank you. Taxiing to parking, staying with you, RPC 1434. Okay. Should be a taxiway here on the right. Don't see it quite yet, and let's not clean the plane up until we actually exit the runway. And that landing wasn't bad. I was impressed. I have pretty low standards right now, so bear with me. No, but it's good, I think. Even the dispatcher was happy. Alright, here's the taxiway. And yes, I'm using the Warrior, this plane, because this is the starter plane available in Neofly, so I'm saving up money, and then I hope I can rent or buy a Comanche, the A2A Comanche later on. Okay, I think that's where we're parking. I'm not sure how the new sim handles the parking, if they have like that, what do you call it, that usher. I think we can do so. Let's turn around here. Do we have to face him? No, let's see. But yeah, this Warrior, very nice from Just Flight. Oh, no signal whatsoever. Okay, I think that's not her job. Good. That's the low voltage warning, that light. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn off the fuel pump. Landing light, flaps can go up. Looking good. Let's open this one. We can turn off the avionics now. Get rid of the lights. And how's the temperature here? Yeah, now it's like 30 degrees, so it's hotter because we went down in altitude. Good. Alright, so let's pull back on the throttle fully. Kill the engine.
Pilot, stand by. The cargo is being removed.
Anti-collision lights. Magnetos going off. Let's open the doors where the guys can unload. Love the sounds here in Neofly. Very immersive. Turn off the gas. Fuel tank. And we can actually turn off the battery. Good job. And I didn't hit her, did I? Actually, we can go down. Hey, let's go down. 1 second. Let's go down to the guys. Say hello. Hello. Sorry.
Transporter from dispatch. The cargo was picked up by the customer. Your mission is completed.
Thank you. Here's our plane, guys. And yeah, we left some distance in, so
You are clear to start your engine.
I hope she wasn't too scared. This guy's just waiting for us. Okay, good. Oh, let's go third person mode. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool, right? Just leave the plane with a smile on her face for that amazing landing. Bear with me. Sorry. It's been a while. Where's the entrance? And I learned you can actually run. So I'm using this Xbox controller. If I hold down the right trigger, actually run and go places. Go in the woods. Look for some animals and whatnot. Anyway, so yes, the sim is pretty buggy still, but if you find those nooks and crannies where it works, it really works wonders. And for my purposes, GA flying from airport to airport with ATC coverage, thanks to sayIntentions, it's perfect. And having that proper economy, proper career mode thanks to Neofly, I think this is the combo that I'll be working with for the foreseeable future. So let me know what you think, and if you're playing the sim, if you're still back in FS 2020, let me know. And yeah, hope to hear from you, and hope to be able to make more vids like this very soon. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. Bye.